Hey guys, this is Nastasia and Elegant Sweets. Today is a wonderful day because we've got an amazing cake recipe for you. Many of you have been asking us to film not only videos on cake decor but also recipes. So I decided to start with a cake that absolutely anyone can make. We named it Miss Milk Cake with peach confit. It's so delicious and soft and so creamy. I just love it. Be sure to watch this video all the way to the end. After the recipe, I'll explain why this incredibly delicious cake isn't part of the Elegant Sweets cake menu and why we don't make it for our customers, even though it's the tastiest, most tender and delicious cake. Let's get started with the recipe. You'll find the link to the ingredients and proportions below the video. First, let's work on the cake layers. Place the eggs in a deep bowl, add a pinch of salt and lightly beat with a mixer on medium speed. Pour in the melted butter, which should be melted and cooled to room temperature. Continue beating for about a minute. Add the condensed milk and mix with the mixer until combined. Mix the flour with the baking powder and add it to the bowl. Beat for another 2 minutes. You might need to stop and scrape the flour from the sides and bottom of the bowl. And that's it, our batter is ready. The consistency should be similar to pancake batter. It's really quick and easy to make. Now we need to form the cake layers. The easiest way to do this is using a ring and Teflon sheet. We prefer it because they are reusable and the layers come off easily. If you don't have a Teflon sheet, you can use parchment paper. We use the cake ring to ensure the layers are the same size and to minimize trimming. Place 2 to 3 tablespoons of batter inside the ring and spread it out. Remove the ring and you can smooth the batter a bit with a spatula. Clean the ring of any remaining batter and form the next layer. If you don't have a ring, you can draw a circle directly on sheet. Now let's start baking. Make sure your sheet is on a baking tray and put it in a preheated oven at 170 Celsius or 338 in Fahrenheit for 7 to 10 minutes. The exact baking time will depend on your oven. While the first 2 layers are baking, you can prepare the next ones. As soon as the layers are golden and slightly darker at the edges, take them out and put in the next batch. You should get about 8 layers from this amount of batter. Look at these beautiful golden layers. The batter spreads a bit during baking, so now we'll trim them. It's important to do this while they are still hot and soft. You can skip this step if you are making the cake for a casual tea party and not for your customers. I love the slight imperfection of homemade cakes. They remind me of my grandma's cakes, bring me a feeling of warmth and coziness. Stack the layers with parchment paper between them so they don't stick together. Let them cool. While the layers cool, we'll make the peach confit. For this, we need canned peaches, cornstarch and sugar. Don't use potato starch as it won't give the right taste and consistency. Set aside 1/2 of a peach and blend the rest. Look at this beauty. It's best to blend in short pulses to avoid making the puree too smooth. This will give it a more interesting texture. To enhance it even more, chop the reserved peach half into small pieces. Peaches add a fresh, summery touch to the cake. Transfer the blended peaches to a saucepan. Add the sugar mixed with cornstarch and stir until the cornstarch is fully dissolved. Cook over low heat, bringing it to a boil while stirring constantly. Keep stirring to prevent the confit from burning. After it boils, cook for about 1 more minute until it thickens and becomes brighter. Remove from heat, transfer to a bowl and let it cool. To speed up the cooling process, you can place it in the refrigerator. Now let's make the cream. We'll use heavy cream and condensed milk. Never make the cream ahead of time, as the cream quickly loses its firmness and becomes runny. To whip the cream perfectly, just follow these simple rules. First, chill the heavy cream well. You can even place it in freezer for 10 to 15 minutes before whipping. Second, make sure the bowl and beaters are clean and dry. You can also chill the bowl beforehand. Finally, start whipping on medium speed. As soon as the cream starts to thicken, gradually increase the speed to maximum. If you have a powerful mixer as ours, you might not need to increase the speed to avoid over-whipping. Focus on the cream's consistency rather than the time. When you see distinct trails from the bitters and the cream looks like soft mousse, stop whipping. Add the condensed milk and whip for about another minute until soft peaks form and the mixture is fluffy. Our cream is ready. It's light and holds its shape well. You can even turn the spatula upside down and the cream will stay put. Transfer the cream to a piping bag. To prevent it from melting from the warmth of your hands, only fill the bag halfway and keep the rest in the fridge. We'll assemble the cake using a cake ring with acetate cake edge film inside. You can use parchment paper instead. Of course, you can assemble the cake without a cake ring. It's much easier with one, especially if the cake is tall. Such a ring is very affordable. Place the ring on a cake board. Cut the tip of the piping bag to make an opening. Pipe a little cream onto the board and detach the first layer. Pipe a layer of cream starting from the edge and spiraling towards the center. Place the next layer on top and press gently. For the next layer, pipe slightly less cream and make a cream border to prevent the peach confit from leaking out. Pipe the confit. We find it easier to use a piping bag, but you can also use a regular spoon. Place the next layer and repeat these steps for all remaining layers. You can find the exact proportions in the article linked below the video. If the cake gets taller than the ring, you can raise the ring and continue assembling. Cover the top with the remaining cream. Cover the cake with a cling film, press down slightly, and refrigerate for at least 6 hours to set. Here is the beautiful decoration we made for our cake. We recorded a separate video about it. Let's cut and taste our cake. It melts in your mouth. No chewing is needed. It's so tender, so soft. You know, it brings back my childhood memories, feeling familiar, gentle, and comforting. The peach adds a fresh, fruity aroma and a slight tang. Guys, I'm already home. I'll record the second part of the video for you from here. As I promised, let me explain why, even though this cake is so soft, so delicate and delicious, it's not part of our Elegant Sweets cake menu, and we don't make it for our customers. First reason is just it's too soft and not versatile enough. You can't use it for wedding cakes, tall cakes. It can support any heavy decorations. Sure, you could thicken the filling with gelatin or cream cheese, but then it would be completely different cake. The charm of this cake is in its delicate texture and melt in your mouth creamy taste. Second reason, I think the flavor of this cake is too simple and homey. The fillings of cakes from our cake menu are all about style and premium quality. We have vibrant and explosive flavors like caramel and rich strawberry banana, and cakes with namilacas that are very suitable for all types of cakes, even tall and wedding. And the third reason, almost all our cake menu is based on cross-prepared components. Almost all cake components can be stored well and can be frozen, which is quick and very convenient. But that doesn't work with this cake. However, if you make cakes to order, Miss Milk cake could be a great addition to your cake menu, because I don't know anyone who wouldn't love this delicate peachy flavor. That's it for this video. I'd be thrilled if you send me photos of the cakes you made with this recipe. If you have any questions about the preparation or recipe, be sure to ask me in the comments section. This was Nastasia and Elegant Sweets. Bye bye, see you next time!